Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to episode 11 of Foxridge Philately. It is Tuesday, November the 5th, and it is a coolish and dampish day outside today. So not doing much outside. Went for a short walk this morning just to get out before things got too wet, and worked out well because it's gotten more wet since then. And doing a few things today, getting ready for a trip later this week. In a couple of days, we're headed out traveling, and we'll be gone for 2 weeks. So you won't see anything posted from me for sometime after that. So probably more like 3 weeks, unless something comes up in between where I get the chance and find something interesting. And I apologize that it's been kind of quiet on here lately. I've been having issues with my my phone and specifically the camera on the phone. So I haven't been able to post because I haven't been able to take photos or video that would be in focus at all. And I think I mentioned that briefly in perhaps the last episode. I was having problems. Well, it would be off and on, and then it became a permanent problem. It is fixed now, so I'm able to pick up again and show you a few things here before I head out. So again, my apologies for that. If you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you know that I've been just started and been working on a Machin project, for lack of a better term, inspired by the Dutch philatelist on Instagram and Ken's stamp collection on YouTube. Check them both out if you can. I enjoy both their channels a lot and learn a lot from them, and they're very well done. Much better than my channel is. But hopefully you're still having some fun here. So this is just what I've been piecing together in the Vario sheets, the Machin series. In Ken's video, he talks about the different levels of Machin projects or Machin series collecting. So this would be kind of the 100 level, where I'm just essentially trying to get a stamp of each issue in terms of the denomination and the color. And I have them in rows here. This is an 8-sleeve Vario sheet. You can fit 8 stamps nicely there in each row. So pretty good start in the early ones, and then through to here as well. And I continue on. It starts to get a little more sparse. Oops, one there's a little crooked. And these are the ellipticals. So the first were just the perforated, pre-decimal and then decimal. And now we're into the ellipticals. So there are differences in color and denominations with each of these. And then more sparse here again as you get higher value ellipticals. And just a few down there of the larger first, second class, and so on. And security features, not many of these. There's lots of room for me here to add to security features. And again, on the back, just a few there to show. Just one of the, what are, I think Ken referred to as double Machins or double heads. Queen Victoria in the background behind Elizabeth. And the larger size Machins, and this is in a 5-sleeve Vario sheet. And just a very small start here on the regional issues. So these would be, of course, Ireland. And Ireland has a lot of Machins that have been issued. So I've got lots here to collect, as well as Scotland and Wales. Actually, was that Scotland? Was that Wales or was that Ireland? No, okay, it was Ireland. And the other Machin project, and I'll just quickly show you this too. And this was the Dutch philatelist, is what he'd been working on, is trying to find a cancellation of each day of the years. So this is the 1970s that I've decided to work on. So as I find a date that is clear of the cancellation and has the exact date, I will add it. And hopefully someday I'll be able to say that I've got a nice collection of 1970s cancellations. And I just right now I've got these by month, by year, and by months. This is 1973. And as the collection grows, as I find more cancellations, some of them are quite nice cancellation there, then I'll expand and add more Vario sheets on so I can fit all of them in there. See up here too. So again, looking for the date And hopefully the location of the cancellation is visible as well, but really it's specifically the date I was looking for. Looks like in the top right there, Derby, 10th of February, 1975, about 12:15 in the afternoon. And so on, just show you a couple more. Actually, there's two there from Harrogate. Yeah, North Yorkshire, Harrogate, 18th of January, and another 26th of January. So that's what I've been working on with the Machins. And for reference, this was a Ken's stamp collection recommendation. Sorry, there you are. Simplifying the Machins, so I copied this off. And this is from the website, adminware.ca/Machin. Email is there. It's available free, thanks to Robin Harris. So credit, all credit goes to him. And I made a color copy, and it has a nice layout here showing you the Machins, the story behind them, how they were developed. And then also with that, there's a basic right in here that is also available free. Thank you to Robin. So you could create your album just from this, of basic pages. And I'm not using that, as you can see, because I have the various sheets here. I'm not using that to mount stamps, but I am using it for reference. It makes an excellent reference piece for the Machins. So just something to think about too. Check that out if you get a chance, if you're interested. And some of those Machins I added in, I picked up at the stamp show on the weekend that I was at, and I'll show you a few other things that I grabbed when I was there. And the others are just kind of things that interested me, and that's what I do. I collect what I like. And this was one stamp that I was really happy to find, and the gentleman gave me the stamp and all of these sheets as well. Rattlesnake Island and Local Post. I thought it was a Cinderella, but I think, and probably some of you could correct me if I'm wrong, I think actually it is used or can be used locally, because it does say Local Post. And Rattlesnake Island is in Lake Erie, and I've read a little bit about it before, and I thought it'd be fun to have a stamp from there. He just gave me all these pages. There's nothing else in any of the pages, but I have them in case I ever come across some Rattlesnake Island stamps. A few other odds and ends here. I need to find homes for some of these. There's an episode, I think it might have been Our Dad's Stamps, when he talked about Pitcairn Island and Captain Cook. And then also I'm in the Cardiff Philatelic Society. And in there, I think it was in the most recent journal, there was an article on Pitcairn Island as well. And that got me really interested in the stories and history around Captain Cook, James Cook, and some of his adventures, including in the South Pacific. So these are some stamps from, excuse me for a moment here. I'm going to just take my phone off of the stick. Sorry about that. I stopped that by mistake. Hopefully we can still make this work. And we'll continue on. It's Norfolk Island. I like these because of the maps. I do have a collection I pick away out of maps on stamps. But it's the Cook stuff that I was interested in especially. And these I just thought were a really nice series of stamps here. Pacific Explorers, a number of different explorers. I'll just zoom out so you can get a sense of what they're all like. So again, grab those for fun. And then some covers, some Machin covers, just because I seem to be on a Machin kick lately. And there are. First Day cover, 1967. And then I had an Instagram post of this one specifically, also First Day cover. I thought this was kind of cool because it was canceled in Edinburgh, 1969. High value Machins there. And a few covers, again, thinking of Cardiff Philately maps on stamps. So I grabbed these ones for that reason. Grenada, 1958. And Tonga has some interesting stamps, unique stamps, really trying to, I think, garner the attention of stamp collectors, old and perhaps young when these are released. First Day cover, 1964. So quite unique shapes. And some more discoverers here. New Zealand, again, thinking of Captain Cook. World Philatelic Exhibition. Cook stamps. And yeah, a little bit of maps on stamps here, but my first degree is geography. So anything along the geographic line I always find interesting. And the spring of 2023, so a year and a half ago, I had a visit in London for 10 days, and one of the places I wanted to go to was the Prime Meridian. So to me, being a geographer, it was kind of cool to stand at the Prime Meridian, 0 degrees longitude at Greenwich. And you see centenary of the world adoption of the Prime Meridian, Royal Greenwich Observatory, first day of issue 1984, 26th of June. And the nice looking stamps too. And the other covers I picked up, I just, again, thought they were kind of cool. And they tell, well, maybe a bit of a story. Sierra Leone. So, and you see the gentleman's address there. And it says, Antigonish, Nova Scotia, Dean of Science, Dr. J.J. MacDonald. And according to folks I talked to, he was quite a collector himself. And he also has a book published on it's postal cancellations of Nova Scotia. I do have a copy of that. I don't have it right here in front of me though. It's in the bookshelf in another room. But yeah, so the stamps are kind of unique and different, and it maps on stamps. But I just thought they tell a bit of a story to me, so I thought I'd pick them up for that reason. You see, it's an air letter, and it says on the back, again, it has an address where it came from, originated in Sierra Leone. An air letter should not contain any enclosure. If it does, it will be surcharged or sent by ordinary mail. All right, so there it said Dean of Science, and that was in 1969 if you look at the cancellation. And now it's same person, same university, Vice President. This is November 1970. So a year later, he's now Vice President of the university. Same stamps, some of the same stamps, and has the same information on back. And again, this is academic vice president. I think it really means the same thing as vice president. Sierra Leone also being one of those countries that makes some pretty unique stamps for the philatelic collectors out there from time to time. Historically, it's done that. It doesn't really perhaps draw my interest, but just the covers themselves and the number of stamps and going from the dean to vice president is kind of cool too, and it gives you the dates. And this last one, not a cover, but it is canceled. At least as far as I can tell, it's not a cover. It's just a piece of paper. I'll flip it over here. There's nothing on the back. It's not an envelope, but it has stamps on it. So, and the cancellation date is not the same as any of the ones I have there, so I don't think they were sent at the same time. There's perhaps another couple of covers that were in that collection that I didn't pick up that it would connect to, perhaps. So Freetown, which is the capital of Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone was, I'm not sure if colonized is the word, resettled by freed enslaved peoples of the Americas once Great Britain had enacted the law that banned the slave trade. And many of the formerly enslaved peoples were given the opportunity, if they so chose, to go back to Africa. And that's where the town Freetown got its name as well, because they were then, at that point, free men and women. So just, again, a few things there that I picked up. I apologize again for the handheldness and the slight hiccup there when things had stopped recording. But it was fun to poke around at the stamp show, as it always is. Nothing of any real value here, of course. That's not why most of us collect, I don't think. And that was just the last piece I picked up. Some Tristan de Cunha. Our Dad Stamps did a nice little video on that too on YouTube. Check them out on the island. And heck, made me want to move there. It sounds like a pretty idyllic place. Again, maps on stamps. All right, have a good time, folks. Enjoy your stamps. I'm away on a trip for a couple of weeks, and we'll see you soon.